our military men and women while pissing off the feds. Under President Trump's budget proposal, our military men and women, who give so much of themselves to preserve our freedom, are getting a raise. And that raise will not be affected by the cut the president will give to federal employees. Civilian federal employees were expecting to get a raise, too, of 1.9%. This would have been an automatic raise, and include an additional cost of living raise. But Trump has determined that is not appropriate. They will still get a raise, just not as much as anticipated. Trump explained in a letter to Paul Ryan and Mike Pence, that he has authority to change federal salaries in times of national emergency or serious economic conditions affecting the general welfare. He also said that the automatic raise that would have happened would not leave enough money in the federal budget to maintain support for key federal priorities such as those that advance the safety and security of the American people. Courtesy of U.S. News via YouTube.com. While I hate to see anyone not be paid appropriately for their work, I trust that the president has our best interests at heart. And our safety and security is clearly his priority. I'm very happy about how he also prioritizes our servicemen and women and their families. They sacrifice so much for our freedom, they deserve our respect and pay. Trump wrote, I strongly support our men and women in uniform, who are the greatest fighting force in the world and the guardians of American freedom. If you agree, please say thank you to them by sharing this everywhere. H.T. The Daily Mail. Trump just turned and said one thing to Harvey relief effort organizers that will fill every American with pride. Hurricane Harvey has been a horrible reminder of the power of nature to cause devastation, but if there is a silver lining, it has also been a reminder of the power of Americans to work together to help each other. President Trump said exactly this when he invited representatives from the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and Southern Baptist disaster relief organizations to thank them for their tireless efforts to help those in need. President Trump applauded the efforts and quick response of these three organizations to install relief efforts to those in Houston and the surrounding area, as well as the work of Vice President Mike Pence to visit the people of Houston. Here's what Trump had to say. These people have been absolutely incredible in what they've done. I would like to thank them and their staff and volunteers for the incredible work they're doing and in helping people affected by Hurricane Harvey. President Trump then asked First Lady Melania to speak, and she again thanked the efforts of volunteers and Americans helping each other through this horrible natural disaster. Watch President Trump's full statement here. Then the representatives from the relief groups followed up, thanking the other groups for their collaboration and combined efforts to help as many people in need. The Salvation Army has already served hundreds of thousands of meals and plans to serve millions to those in need. God bless America and our president. This is the power of America when we put aside our differences to help each other. Trump is about to do the incredible to get key Democrats to betray their party. Trump is a brilliant strategist who knows how to make things happen and get things done. Yes, he's not yet been able to achieve his goal regarding Obamacare, but, hey, he's only been in office for 8 months. And that ball is nowhere near out of play yet. His new objective is to pass his tax reform plan. It ain't gonna be easy, since it needs 60 votes in the Senate and Republicans only hold 52 seats. A majority, but still not enough. But Trump has a plan, and it's smart. His plan is to convince Democratic senators, in states he won, to swing his way. And it could work. He knows that the people of the states he won, obviously, like him. They voted for him, didn't they? For example, he's headed to North Dakota next week, to hold a tax reform event in the state of Democratic Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Watch Trump rally for his plan. Courtesy of the White House via YouTube.com. Heitkamp happens to be up for re-election next year. See where this is going? Our smart POTUS is also setting his sights on swinging Joe Donnelly of Indiana and Joe Manchin of West Virginia, also Democrats. These congressmen and women have their jobs to worry about, see? And Trump intends to try to use that to his advantage. Not a thing wrong with that. Those representatives should represent by doing what their constituents want them to do, right? Of course, he's going to have to find a way to swing for others, but I believe there's a way, because I know Trump has the will. If you want to see Trump get tax reform done, please share with everyone, since he needs help. H.T. The Daily Mail. Maxine Waters just caved. Look what she said about her working with North Korea. Maxine Waters has the brains of a bag of rocks. She is now pushing negotiations with North Korea to, as she said, give them what they want. Nobody has told her that Kim Jong-un wants the absolute destruction of the United States, says MRC-TV. Based on what she said to TMZ, Waters is totally happy with North Korea telling the U.S. what to do. The United States State Department must be stacked up to deal in diplomacy, Waters said. I want us to be very careful, very alert to what is happening and to avoid war, Maxine repeated. Maxine Waters does not appear to be working for the American people. She seems very averse to protecting the American people. Do you think Maxine Waters is a menace to society? Here is what she said about Trump. This is something that we should be very concerned about, but this is not the time to go bluffing and threatening. This is a time for a diplomacy, Waters said. Share this if you are tired of politicians bending over North Korea. We have had years and years of this and nothing has gotten done. Get this out there. Expose Maxine Waters for the yellow-bellied politician that she is. Come on, get this failure of a politician voted out of office. Meltdown. Cuomo just asked Sanders if he was running in 2020 and then all hell broke loose on camera. Senator Bernie Sanders has always had a history of impassioned speeches, but the tirade he let fly on CNN's Chris Cuomo was shocking to say the least. Cuomo simply suggested that people want Sanders to run for president in 2020. Are you the messenger for this message? Cuomo asked Sanders about his book on Thursday night. But Sanders wasn't having any of it, immediately firing back with some heated words. The media never ever gives up, and instead of focusing on real issues they keep talking about never-ending campaigns. Sanders continued to slam Cuomo for constantly asking him who will run in 2020, but Cuomo surprisingly snapped back. Yeah, because I've never liked the answer it matters who runs. The problem with this logic is that no one will be running for a long time, and endless inquiries as to who the next president will be only distracts from the achievements of our current commander-in-chief. It is time to focus on the issues that are plaguing this country, and we already have an administration that is more than equipped to handle the job. As it turns out, Sanders agrees. Chris, of course it matters who runs, but we don't need to have never-ending elections. We just had an election 6 months ago, it never ends, Sanders yelled. People are sick and tired of it. People want me to go back to Washington to deal with climate change, to deal with health care, to deal with education, to deal with the issues that impact their lives. Of course, the biggest part of this problem is the incessant media working relentlessly to hold up the White House. If Bernie Sanders is starting to complain about the media, maybe the rest of the country will finally catch wind of what's really going on behind closed doors. CNN especially has proven themselves to be untrustworthy, and now they're already focusing coverage on something nearly 4 years away. If you're sick and tired of the leftist media's never-ending games, share this video before it goes viral. Sources: dailycaller.com. Trump just walked up to tourists in White House, grabs baby, and does something tear-jerking. President Trump surprised visitors to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue on Thursday. He walked into a room flanked by Secret Service members and made a beeline to a mother that handed him over. The crowd chanted, "We love you." What Trump said next is wild. The president smiled when he heard the chants that said, "God bless you, Mr. President." He kissed the baby and then said, "Enjoy the White House, everybody." The video was posted by Welsh tourist Sacha Davis and was posted with the following caption, "Hey guys, I met at Donald Trump." Trump is often seen kissing babies. He is no stranger to fatherhood. This is why we love him. He is an amazing president that is fighting every single for our country to be better. We cannot let him fight alone. Please share this if you are proud to have President Trump and don't believe for a second all the lies that the media tells about him. God bless our president. Comey doesn't want this video to get out. It shows him committing a horrible crime. Uh-oh. James Comey is in trouble. He certainly has some explaining to do. The former FBI director testified to Congress and said that he decided not to recommend charges on Hillary Clinton's case. Here is what Comey said that day under oath. He said the following single word that makes him so guilty. He said, "Actor. Rep. John Ratcliffe's office issued the following statement. As a former federal prosecutor, I can tell you that it's unheard of for a potential key witness to be present when the target of an investigation is being interviewed. In fact, I've never seen it." And Comey admitted he has never seen it. The American people have every right to wonder why this occurred in Clinton's case. This isn't the treatment anyone else in our country would have received, and it frankly appears that the outcome of this investigation was predetermined from the start, Ratcliffe said. Documents came out on Thursday that show that former FBI Director James Comey was crafting his exoneration statements before interviewing Hillary Clinton, according to Town Hall. This means that Comey lied under oath. Share this everywhere immediately, patriots. The media will not hold this crook accountable. He perjured himself under oath. Don't let this die. Keep the MAGA energy high.